Peace and blessings, my brothers. Peace and blessings, my brothers. I want to say something to all of you guys about Africa. About Africa. And I want to talk specifically about Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah, I know I sound like Umar Johnson repeating myself over and over again. But as the late David Carroll says, or said, repetition is the mother of skill. There's a woman who was on TikTok right now. And I want to give a shout out to BGS Idmore for doing a live stream on this particular person who is on TikTok. And she's a woman from Nairobi. And she's talking about black men traveling to Kenya, black men finding romance, black men finding love, finding relationships, black men finding situationships, black men finding happiness in Kenya, specifically Nairobi. But this is about Kenya in general. And I'm speaking to you, my brothers, as someone who's been there. I'm speaking to you as a black man who over the past year and a half been in and out of East Africa, specifically Kenya. A black man who has spent lots of time in Nairobi. I've been to Mombasa. I've been to Kisumu. I have experienced what life is like over there. And I'm not talking about 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm talking about months at a time. Months at a time. And I'm talking to you as someone who has actually been in a relationship with women in that context, okay? Let me tell you something. And I know my brother Austin Holloman is there. He is settled there. And shout out to you, my brother. Peace to you, my brother. Let me tell you something, brothers. You cannot go wrong by traveling to East Africa, particularly Kenya. You can't go wrong. And the reason why I say that, brothers, is because there is a fair exchange. There is a fair exchange in terms of what you as a black man has to offer. Traveling over 7,000 miles across the Atlantic to go to this country and to experience an advanced, developing nation, Kenya in general, and Nairobi in particular. Yes, Nairobi, some have called it the New York City of East Africa. And I have to say from personal experience that yes, it is that. But here's what I want to say to you guys, especially in relationship to this TikTok person, and she's probably on YouTube or whatever, who basically says that Kenyan women are basically transactional. They're transactional. They're transactional. She's right and she's wrong. She's right and she is wrong. She's right in the sense that Kenyan women, and I would say African women writ large, are no different from any other group of women on the planet. That is that women all over the world, regardless of culture, are hypergamous. They are just hypergamous. That's all they are, regardless of culture. It has nothing to do with skin color. It has nothing to do with geography. That's just what we deal with as men. But apart from that, there are women who are there and women who you can find in all parts of the world who genuinely want to connect with someone who wants a pure, maybe pure is not the best word, but I'm going to say this, a productive, healthy, long-term relationship. That's just the case. I'm going to be honest with you, and the woman is right. She says, yeah, the Kenyan women are hospitable. They are hospitable in general. In general, they're hospitable. Are there bad seeds in the bunch? Are there belligerent women there? Are there women who will test you, women who will fight you, women who will drive you insane? Of course, of course, of course. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. They're in every culture. But what I have to say in dissent from what this person has said is that not every person, every woman that you meet in that context is belligerent. Not every woman that you meet in that context is driven exclusively by transaction. That is what you can give her in terms of money and what she can give you in terms of femininity. Those women are there. Those workers are there. Oh, no, yes, you can take advantage of the workers. But I'm here to tell you, my brothers, that the economy is much bigger. It is more expansive than that. This woman made a video, and again, shout out to BGS Idmore who did a live stream on this, where she basically said that these women are workers. They're just workers, workers who want money, period. In fact, this woman made a video which basically denigrated Kenyan women. She just denigrated them. Now, you can go to TikTok and you can do your search on TikTok and Google Kenyan women and black American men and what have you. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. She might come up. I'm not going to promote her TikTok page here at all. But what I want to say to you, my brothers, is that yes, it is better there than it is here. It is better in East Africa and Africa, generally speaking, than it is in the United States. The market, the economy is more conducive to who you are as a black man. Black man. Most black men who travel that far, I'm talking about 7,000 miles, they have the means to do so. They have the resources to go that far. And if they want to settle there, they have the resources to do so. They benefit from those resources. They also benefit from being from the United States, from having a U.S. passport, from having everything that comes with being a U.S. citizen. Yes, 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 yes. It is to your advantage to do that. And the advantage that you have is not radically different from the advantage that a European man has. A man from Germany, a man from France, a man from the United Kingdom, a man from Canada, or any part of the world, Australia. It's not radically different from the advantages that they have. Now, the only difference is that you don't have white skin. You don't have white skin. White skin, yes. White skin goes far in Africa, just as white skin goes far in every other part of the world. But the point of this video, my brothers, is not to discourage you from this one individual who is attempting to make black men look in a very negative light, in a very unflattering way. But it is to say to you, black man, that there is a place for you. Kenyans. I've been to Nairobi, I've been to Mombasa, I've been to Kisumu. There are other parts of Kenya that I have not explored, which I plan on exploring. And there are other parts of East Africa that I have not explored. I've been to Uganda. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I've been to Kampala, Uganda. And I want to go to Rwanda, or what people call Rwanda. I want to go to Tanzania. People call it Tanzania. The culture is different. The orientation is different. I am a passport bro, and I'm a passport bro unapologetically. And you have to ignore the noise, ignore those particular voices, particularly some of these women who've been watching Western TikTok, watching American TikTok and American social media, who have some strange and bizarre identification with black women. Those women are anomalies. Those women are exceptions. They are not the rule. If you watch social media or consume social media and you get social media from some African woman who sounds no different from an American woman, you are encountering an anomaly. She's an aberration. She's an exception to the rule. I encourage you, brothers, to travel. I promote Africa, all parts of Africa, 54 countries. I've been to Senegal, I've been to Gambia. I've spent most of my time in East Africa, in Kenya in particular. And Kenya is my second home. So brothers, I want you to be encouraged and to go forward. Do not limit yourself and do not be bound by the noise. Yes, we have resources. They want our resources. There's a fair exchange. But there's more involved, particularly if you dig deep. Dig deep and you go beyond the surface. You are more than just some person, some Western man or American to be exploited for your resources. Trust me, it's much better over there than it is in the United States. Take care, brothers. This is a PSA from me to you. I am the Mad Professor, BMI 3000. Peace out.